Alright, so I feel like this is as good a time as any to do a review of my bike. I've had it for about 5,000 miles now, and she still looks pretty clean, but I thought I'd just do a quick once-over of what I thought about the bike, some of the mods that I put on, and we'll go from there. So, going from the back to the front, I've got the Continental TKC 80 off-road 50/50 tires. Actually, I think they're the knobbies, the twin duros. And those tires are fantastic, both on and off-road. My only complaint with those is that the tire compound is a little soft, so I'll probably have to replace them again sometime soon. The old set lasted me about 3,000 miles, which I think is good. But then again, I was pretty easy on it too, so that probably has something to do with it. The side bags that I've got and the top duffel bag are all from Moto. I'll never buy another bag from any company other than Moto. They make the best products, hands down. No complaints whatsoever. I've got the 35-liter kit left and right, and the 40-liter duffel in the middle. The 40-liter duffel is $220, and the two side bags, as well as the mounting kit, which all comes together as one big package, is $699.99, $700. And that is well worth it. On previous motorcycles, I had the older Moto side bags, and I got these new because I wanted to do a little upgrade, a little update, and no complaints. They are absolutely fantastic. They are all perfect dry bags as well, so if you have a really wet day, all your stuff is going to stay totally dry. Nothing to worry about. You got a car coming here, so I'm going to have to stop and restart the video at some point. But I've got the Touratech upper crash bars. Those are really difficult to fit on, but they offer the most protection for what's available on the market right now, as far as I could find. Got my ATV permit, of course. I've got these KTM Aftermarket hand guards. They're really good. They're really strong. I've dumped the bike a few times and come up with no complaints. Of course, I've scratched it up, but that isn't the end of the world. Down here at the bottom, I've got the, well, that's dusty. I've got the Alt-Rider skid plate. It goes all the way from the catalytic converter all the way up to the front of the bike there and wraps it around. It's a fantastic skid plate. I've beat the living crap out of it, and it still comes back for more. You can see a little bit of the damage there on the front, and it's really significant. I've really used it. The thing that you'll have to keep in mind, though, with most excuse me, with most skid plates, is that whatever weird noises the engine makes that are totally normal and you shouldn't worry about them at all are going to be amplified by the skid plate. It acts as sort of like a cocoon for the noise and sends it back up towards your ears. So don't be alarmed if you start hearing some weird or new noises. They've always been there, they're just a little amplified, so that's something to keep in mind. Moving a little bit more to the front of the bike, I've got the Touratech quick release stainless steel black headlight guard. That was definitely a good purchase. On a previous bike, I busted out the headlight when I hit a branch doing some single track. So it's certainly nice to have that on there so you don't worry about it at all. I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of that accessory right there. This one also a little tricky to install, just like the upper crash bars, but you'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. I think Touratech would be, it would behoove Touratech to have some better instruction manuals, because putting those on is not as clear as they might think, but that's just my 2 cents. Excuse me. So right up there on the middle, I've got the Nelson Riggs tank bag. It's pretty good. I think of all the things that I've purchased for this bike so far, that's really the only thing that I've been thinking about replacing. I've been looking at some Wolfman luggage, and I'm not really sure what I'll end up getting, but for now, the tank bag will do. Its mounting isn't exactly the way that I'd like, but it does the job for now. Here is the Roto 2-gallon fuel tank. I can get another 80, 100 miles on the bike from that, push my range a little bit, adventure to places that are just a little bit more out of the way. So that's always nice to have. I've also got the Touratech handlebar risers, 25mm. Those, for me at least, are a must. I'm 6'3", so the stock handlebars are just way, way, way too low. Those help a lot, especially with the longer trips when you're standing up on the pegs, doing lots of technical riding. Oh, excuse me. I think that's all the mods that I've got on it right now. I got the Touratech Panniers, or the Pannier racks, excuse me, that mount with the Moscow Moto bags, and those are excellent as well. No complaints there. A little tricky on the install like the other Touratech products, but that's not too bad. I think that's all that I've got on the bike right now. Something to think about for the future would definitely be a little bit of a taller windscreen, and changing out that tank bag to maybe some Wolfman luggage. But that's really all I can think of. The exhaust note on this bike is actually really quite nice. It's not overwhelming, but it's still very present. So you can always get a little noise going, which always sounds good. So I don't think I'll go for an aftermarket exhaust. I really don't think there's any need. The bike really sounds pretty darn good. The V-twin is always a good sound, regardless of what pipe you've got on there. Another great thing about this bike stock is the suspension. It's fully adjustable, manual, not electronic adjustment, which is fine. You know, taking 2 minutes out of your day and adjusting the suspension to what you're going to be doing is definitely something that is not a problem. Having electronic suspension would be nice, but doing it manually is very, very easy, and it takes about 2 minutes, like I said. One of the things I did forget was the Uni Filter. Now that thing is really difficult to install, but well worth it. It is a fantastic filter, and I know that the 2013 and 2014 models, especially of the 1190 Adventure R, have had air filter issues, and the Uni Filter takes care of it completely. I know I have the 2015 model, but I wanted some peace of mind about it just in case the issue has not been completely resolved yet. So I put that air box in there, and I know that I'm getting only the cleanest air now. And that's especially good on roads like this, which are dry and dusty and just kick up stuff all over the place. But the install on the Uni Filter is really, really difficult. I found myself struggling with that one, but I got it done. Wasn't too bad. All right, I guess that sort of wraps up the mods that I've done on this bike. I think if someone really wants to do some long distance adventuring, I think this beats the R1200. I had a 2007 R1200 GS Adventure, and I think this blows that bike out of the water. So yeah, check it out. Give one a test ride. Type a comment. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna go talk to these bikers here. They're rolling in from somewhere, so I'm sure they've got some cool shit to talk about.